Welcome to another episode of A Tour of Vintage, where I play through vintage metagame decks. I take them for a spin, playing a league. I do a deck tech, analyze card choices and sideboard choices, and finally have a little review. Today we will do a playthrough of Doomsday. So this deck is a mainstay in the format. It has been traditionally a very difficult deck to play, but the printing of Thassa's Oracle has made basically Doomsday piles a little bit easier to compile because you can win on that turn without too much difficulty. So you just need to make sure you play around with whatever your opponent might throw at you. So I'm playing today a list that is what Discover N has taken to a second place on a Vintage Challenge recently. So Discover N is a very talented player. They usually play Doomsday. They're considered Doomsday experts, and usually they win whenever they play. We do have a league game played against them in the previous video that you can have a look at it with TinkerPO. So this deck, basically I already explained more or less what it's trying to do. It's trying to cast Doomsday. You pick 5 cards off the top of your library and put them on the top of your library, basically replacing everything else, and you exile the rest. So you're basically set on a Doomsday clock. The goal is then to cast, for example, an Ancestral Recall, drawing you a piece of fast mana, such as Black Lotus, and a Thassa's Oracle at least, and maybe a counterspell, for example, like a Force of Will or something similar. This leaves you with exactly 1 card in your deck, or 2 cards in your deck if you had an Ancestral Recall in hand. And by playing Thassa's Oracle, basically the trigger checks how many cards you have in your graveyard. Your devotion to blue is 2, so you have a higher devotion than the number of cards in your graveyard, or equal, and then you win. You can also cast a Thassa's Oracle on 0, and even though your Thassa's Oracle is removed in response to the trigger, you still win because 0 is the same amount of cards you have in your deck. There's a secondary win condition that does not involve casting Doomsday, and that's basically casting a Thassa's Oracle, and with the Thassa's Oracle's trigger on the stack, you cast a Demonic Consultation, naming whatever, therefore just emptying your entire library, and you win with the Thassa's Oracle trigger. Then this deck plays obviously a bunch of tutors to find the cards you need at the right time, plays the Ancestral Recall for actually getting some card advantage, plays also Gush and Dig Through Time. These are the card draw spells. Plays a full set of 4 Street Raids. These decks initially did not play as many as these, but Street Raid is basically a free card draw outlet. So if you have a Street Raid in hand and you get a Doomsday pile going, you can actually draw into the next card you need in order to win on the spot. Plays a full complement of Force of Wills, 1 Force of Negation, 1 Mystical Dispute, 2 Dazes, and a Mental Misstep, and 3 whole Flusterstorms main deck, in order to protect your combo. So we have 12 permission pieces. Then we have a Time Walk for generic value, and 12 cards more or less that are able to sculpt your hand or in any other way draw you cards or draw into your combo. Dark Ritual is here to help you cast Doomsday. We only have 4 Underground Sea plus the Mox Jet, so at sometimes it might be awkward to get enough black mana for triple black Doomsday. So Dark Ritual is here to help cast Doomsday, and then we have Necropotence as a card draw engine, or to be used in piles that basically want to bypass card draw up against an opposing Narset, for example. Then we have Necropotence here. From the sideboard, then we have Ley Lines against graveyard decks, plus Tabernacle against creature / graveyard. We have an island as the extra edge against shops and wasteland strip mine effects. We have a position agent against opposing Doomsday decks. Fatal Push to help clear away, for example, Lavinias or some other problematic creature that might prevent you from going off. Meringue Trap against other combo decks. Murktide Regent to give you an alternative win condition when you believe it will be difficult to get either Doomsday resolving or your Thassa's Oracle through, or in conditions where your Thassa's Oracle may be removed, so you have an alternative condition in Murktide Regent. And finally, Artifact Hate, Energy Flux, and 3 Steel Sabotages. So this was the deck. It's a deck that it's quite difficult to play also, or it requires heavy thinking. So how you're going to shape your Doomsday pile. I already mentioned the standard Doomsday pile, but obviously you have to think about how many counter spells are going in. Am I using Black Lotus or not? What if the opponent has something that prevents me from using the Lotus? Then you have to think differently how I'm going to generate enough mana to play both my Thassa's Oracle and protect them in order to win. There's also piles that require to be a bit slower, especially against an opponent that has Mindbreak traps or similar. So what you want to do is cast your Doomsday, and then you don't have a lot of pressure, and maybe you wait a couple of turns, and then you play your Thassa's Oracle, simply like that. So there's a lot of thought that needs to be put into building these Doomsday piles. I'm by no means an expert in this, so you're gonna have the perspective of a, let's call it a noob Doomsday player, for sure. I played a lot against Doomsday, but not a lot with the deck. So thank you, and I hope you stick around. Here we are for round 1 of a third vintage featuring Doomsday. So this hand, I would say this hand is okay, especially if I have something to dig down for action. I have a Flusterstorm for some sort of protection. And if I'm lucky, I might be able to combo up quite fast. I have a Black Lotus also in play. So I'd say this is a keep. I don't know what my opponent is playing, but we'll just take that. We also have a Street Rate to cycle. So Black Lotus. Okay. This point could be anything. 5 mana. PO. Okay. Opponent's doing a PO. I'm just gonna cycle to see if I can find a counterspell. I didn't. So opponent's gonna have to go for it. There's only a PO for 2. Gaia's Blessing. And Mishra's Workshop. I have no idea what I'm playing against. Some spiciness, I guess. I wonder if I should just, at this point, seeing the Mishra's Workshop makes me think is some sort of PO Shops combo. There shouldn't be any tax effects though. So I'll probably do a ponder here. Most powerful. In fact, I'll expose a snow-covered island since I have a scalding tarn. Do a ponder. Then I have the Force of Will and the other Thassa's Oracle. This is not excellent, actually. So I'm going to put the Thassa's Oracle. Next turn I'll do a Preordain to get rid of it. So I'll do Thassa's Oracle, Street Raid, and draw the Force of Will, which might come in handy. I'll deploy the Black Lotus just in case I need to fluster anything. And I pass the turn. So opponent has 4 cards in hand, 5 cards in hand now. A lot of mana, but no action. Okay. So I did get the Street Raid. I'll play the Scalding Tarn straight away. Or I should protect my land. I'm wondering if I just Preordain and get rid of it. I do have the Black Lotus. So let's just fetch, get the sea, do a Preordain. I see it. Street Light and Force of Will again. Let's put the Street Raid at the bottom. Do I need another Force of Will? I don't think so. Let's put the bottom. I drew another Force of Will. Interesting. Let's cycle Street Raid. And I got a Brainstorm. Really don't want to Brainstorm lock myself here. I don't want to leave mana up for Flusterstorm. Plus, the Brainstorm is a good pitch to Force of Will. Let's see. Okay, so they're doing Oath. The Oath. I'm gonna try to force the Oath now, using my Brainstorm. Oh, I have a clock. Another Underground Sea. Okay, let's play that. Let's attack. I don't think I should play my Thassa's Oracle. Over to Jewel. Also, this is the Jewel shops. That player draws 3 cards. How is this combo? How does this combo work? I have no idea. So let me read. When they enters the battlefield, you draw 3 cards. Yeah. I'll just Force of Will it here. I don't want my opponent drawing cards. Could have hard cast the Force of Will though. That was Oath of Druids. Sure. Okay, so now we are a little bit on the clock here to get something running. I have got my second Thassa's Oracle. How interesting. Okay. Let's go for it. Gosh. So I want to dig for... What do I want to dig for? That's the question. My Demonic Consultation. So any kind of tutor would be fantastic, right? I don't know what my opponent has to get there. So Preordain might be better for me to draw into, because I'll basically see 3 cards versus the 2 of Gush. So, oh, okay, never mind. I misclicked. I clicked, I needed to choose a card to put on top, so I chose the wrong card. The goal was to keep the Preordain. Let's see what they have in store for us. Hullbreaker Horror, okay, sure. Copy Artifact. This is a serious brew that's going on here. Probably the Jewel Shops it's called, but with Oath, I'm not sure. What's the deal? So, Thinker now, are they comboing off? Sure. This is the... Basically they have they get the Jewel back to their hand. Another Copy Artifact? How many Copy Artifacts? Oh, they keep drawing cards. Okay, let's see how they win. So I definitely want Mindbreak Trap coming in. So I want some Mindbreak Trap. I want the Steel Sabotage. Probably Energy Flux as well. Or don't I? No, I don't think Energy Flux. Interesting, but they do have a lot of artifacts. And that's it. Three Steel Sabotagers. That's what I'm bringing in. One has 13 cards in their deck. I want to see what's the win condition here. Is this Surge? No. So Opposition Agent doesn't really work here. 3 cards remaining. And then they have Thassa's Oracle. My draws were unfortunate. But they have Jace. Okay. Concede. No, I saw their win condition. So let's bring the Steel Sabotage in and the Mindbreak Trap. That's 4 cards. I will probably want to get out the Daisies. And I want to get out one of the slow rituals. Probably the Mystical Tutor. Buster Storms are useful. Time Walks, etc. I don't think the Energy Flux is worth it because they combo off in 1 turn. Okay, so this is a Doomsday turn 1. This is actually turn 1 kill. If I'm lucky. Opponent is mulliganing cards. Okay, let's fetch first. Cast the Black Lotus. Cast Doomsday. Okay, no counters. So I'm drawing into... So opponent might have Mindbreak Trap. Which is a bummer. Of course. There's not much I can do, right? So... Thassa's Oracle. Thassa's Oracle. That's the bottom of my pile. Then I want the Ancestral Recall. Then I want the Black Lotus. And then I want 2 Mindbreak Traps, probably. Mindbreak Trap. 1 Mindbreak Trap, right? So then... so then I have... Thassa's is my last one. I have to write this down. Thassa. And then I have... I draw into Ancestral. So Ancestral is first. Ancestral draws me the Lotus, the Thassa, and the Trap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I should have this. And then I have Thassa. And then I should have Trap. I do have the island. Doesn't really help me though, right? I can do it. Trap. Thassa's Oracle. Lotus. Ancestral. So I have Thassa's, Trap, Thassa, Lotus, Ancestral. In that order. Then I draw into my Ancestral and try to cast Ancestral. I cast Ancestral, play the Lotus, and win. Okay. Such is the power of Doomsday. Okay. So this hand also has Doomsday going on. Has a Mindbreak Trap. So it would be nice if I drew into a counterspell. That was live. But I can't get away from a turn 1 Doomsday. That's 1. That's 2. And that's it. Another Dark Ritual. Okay. Let's play the Misty. Jet. Fortunately I have nothing to get by here. to draw a card. The question is, should I expose my Doomsday already? I think I should. Force of negation, exiling copy artifact. This is fine because I can keep digging and basically have a mind break trap to stop my opponent from comboing off, hopefully. So nothing going on. Got a flooded strand, which is nice. I might be able to just gush next turn or in response to something my opponent is doing. So Origin. Mystic Remora. Oof. I guess that's fine. So I have a Doomsday now though. But that Mystic Remora is making it difficult for me. So I think I'll just wait a little bit. See if I can draw a bit more permission. Get my opponent to play for the upkeep. All the upkeep in the world. So I have a Gitaction Probe though. Should we just Doomsday now? Not using the Dark Ritual? No, because then I can't. Oh, I have Gush, right? Let me think. No, I need to use the Dark Ritual. So I'm a little bit of a conundrum here, right? Because my opponent will start paying for this. They can pay this. Oh, it's cumulative upkeep, so it'll be 2 next turn. And then 3. I think I should wait for a counter. Because this gives my opponent 2 lands. But maybe that's just the right way to do it, okay? Let's go for it. So now I have actually Thassa's Oracle in hand. So I wonder if I should just shore up on the counters. So I have 1 Thassa's in the bottom, okay? And just a bunch of street rates. So I could do it Thassa. Okay, Thassa in the bottom, okay? I already have 1 Thassa in hand. Then I need I don't really need Black Lotus. I don't need Ancestral. I do need any number of Force of Wills. I need at least 1 Force of Will. And I wonder if the rest is just street rates. Or if I should try to get a second Force of Will. Maybe I should get a second Force of Will at the bottom, right? So the second Force of Will. The Mind Break Trap doesn't really do much. Let's try putting a second Force of Will and then Street Wraiths. Or should I get Flusterstorms? If Flusterstorms doesn't really help against the Remora, that's the problem. So let's think about it. A Thassa at the bottom, a Force of Will just before Thassa, then Street Wraith, Force of Will. Or the other way around. Force of Will in the middle and Street Wraiths on top. No. I want Street Wraith, Force of Will, Street Wraith, Force of Will, Thassa. So, done. Get it. Thassa, Force of Will, Street Wraith, Force of Will, Street Wraith. Right. And then I play blue. Blue. I gush. 1, 2. At this point my opponent should have some counters. Yeah, this... I wonder if I should just have Street Wraiths all the way and not 2 Force of Wills. Something to think about as well. Opponent is thinking though. That Mind Break Trap is a little bit useless now. It will help stopping them somehow. They want to combo off. But with this many cards in hand, I guess she's going through. Okay. Play another ground C. And then Oracle. Let's see if they take the bait. They might just try to counter the next spell. That would be fantastic. PO. They're doing a PO with a Mystic Remora. I wonder if I just try to counter this. I don't have enough blue cards to... Yes, I do. I do have enough cards. So that I have actually a Mindbreak Trap up to stop them. So if I Force of Will now... No, I don't want to Force of Will now. Do I? Yes, I do. Get their 10 cards in hand. Then they don't draw at least 2 cards with the Remora. Difficult lines of play, for sure. My clock is down to 7 minutes 50. Definitely the reps. Okay. So I'm gonna cycle the street right now. See what happens. And I went. They went for it. They went for the bait. Super. Here we are for round 2 of a Tour of Vintage featuring Doomsday. So this hand, right? I mean, I have a Detection Probe, a Street Wraith. I might be able to go off on turn 1 with a little bit of luck. But is this a keep? There's 0 permission. I do have 3 card draw and a Black Lotus. I think I'll just keep it. Guess we're learning as well. If you have any other ideas here, just let me know. So we can start by a Git probe. See what's going on. So we drew a land. So they have Time Twister, Hull Breacher. The good news is that I have a slow hand as well. Let's just do a Street Raid. An Ancestral Recall. That is pretty nice. So we're able to put the Underground Sea now. I'm at 6 cards. Gone out to 5. It's safe to just fire off the Ancestral here, actually. Oof, that was horrible. Just cycle the Street Raid just to make sure I have a dig through time. It's pretty nice, actually, to dig through time, right? Just Black Lotus here. And then I need a blue, blue, blue. So I'll just pass here. So opponent unfortunately has a top. Oh, a Time Walk. Okay. That makes it very difficult for me, right? I wonder if I should just Black Lotus here with dig. No. Let me see. I need 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But then I kind of exile my card draw. On the other hand, Hull Breacher plus Time Twister is pretty nasty. It's pretty nasty. So I can make 3 blue mana, right? That plays 1, 2, 3. I need 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I could, in theory, just chug through it. I think that's probably the best I have to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I have my Doomsday. And the Force of Will. I think that's fine, right? So I take the Doomsday. And I take the Force of Will. I don't counter this Time Walk now. But I basically try to get Doomsday off the turn after. Opponent drew a Saga. This island is gone. So I still know there are 3 cards in hand. They will play a Hull Breacher, which is fine. Can play around it. Do a second Force of Will. So I can't draw into cards. So this will be a little bit slow. But I can do a Doomsday pile that includes... Let's start by doing a Doomsday. So my Doomsday pile... So I can draw cards, right? So I need a Thassa's Oracle. And I'm being pressured. So I'm down to 7 life. Thassa's Oracle... And I was thinking a Demonic Consultation, this being my win condition, right? Then I need an Underground Sea. I need an Underground Sea to fetch one of my fetches. And then I wonder if I should just get another counter. No, actually Demonic Tutor. So, because I can put... Where's my pen? I can put Thassa's Oracle at the bottom, right? Thassa. And then I can put the Underground Sea to be fetched, right? And then I need blank, and I need the Demonic Consultation on top. And the Demonic Tutor. Demonic Tutor. And maybe another blue card. Yeah, Portent, maybe. This allows me to go over. Okay. Where's the Portent? Here you are. Let's do this. And then let's put Thassa, Underground Sea, Portent, Demonic Tutor, and Demonic Consultation. Go. So now let's hope that my opponent has nothing to go on from here. Okay. Saga. Then the sea they already have. So they have one unknown card. Time Twister is a sorcery. At top. Sure. Top can come down. Okay. So let's play the Misty. Fetch the Underground Sea. Play a Thassa's Oracle. Yeah. Opponent's trying to find a counterspell, probably. And they can see. Okay. Very good. So, they have Urza Saga. They have Bolus. They have the Time Twister. And Hull Breacher. Right? So... I wonder if I should just bring in Sabotage or the Flux, although they generate a lot of mana. So 3 Steel Sabotage, taking away the Slow Tutors, the Daze, and Mystical. Okay, so I have 3 Serial Sabotage, and I'm considering a Fatal Push, although how am I killing? I'm not really killing their 3 mana creature, am I? This is a little bit difficult here. So I could bring back one of the tutors, for example, the Vampiric. Not sure, no. Because they're playing Wheel. don't think they would play PO, would they? Mindbreak Trap is not that useful. So I wonder if I should just keep the Fatal Push. So Steel Sabotage will let me get out of pickle in some of the artifacts that they put down. It's not really helping me against, for example, the bad, like a wheel and an R set. I have nothing against it, right? I wonder if I should just bring a Mindbreak Trap instead. Maybe I'll do this. A mixture, so I have something to get rid of something if needed. Yeah, let's try this. So, need a land here. But with the land, this actually is alright. Or one of the mocks. Maybe I'll just try keeping this. A mental misstep as well. Fluster Storm. Force of Will. I don't need mana for that. So, okay. So, Narset. So, yeah. Let's try cancelling Narset. Mystical Disputed. Sure, let's cycle now. I got a Polluted Delta. Okay, I guess that's gonna have to do. That's unfortunate. What have they... Force of Will. So, none of these really work. Gonna have to pass. Stays there. It's a little bit annoying. In quite a difficult position now, since they also have an active force. Mox of Fire. 2 mana Merchant Scroll. Okay. I have 2 Fluster Storms. Sure. So I have to Mental Misstep. Maybe fetched. In response there. Manifold Key. Yeah. Oh, I can't do this. Ah. That was a bad play. Okay, never mind. Please ignore that Street Wraith. Pithing need to fetch it now. And they will take advantage of this. Doesn't make any sense, right? Well, I can just tutor now. Right? For Doomsday. And let's see what my opponent has to say about this. Yeah. So unfortunately, I really have no protection now to do whatsoever. I need a lot of land to have 2 Fluster Storms up. Git Probe, okay. So now my opponent knows what I'm playing. Well, let's go for it. Can you play Doomsday? Yes! Doomsday away. Asian. Okay. Fluster Storm. Targets, same targets, same targets. Okay. Where is it targeting? All targeting Doomsday. This will be let me think about this. They just need to counter 1 spell, right? I can do... What's the current storm count? 5, 6. I'll do 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And unfortunately, with that Force of Will in hand, I just have to go for it and hope that that one, that one, that one. So they just have to Force of Will one of them. Or Force of Will Doomsday, actually. Fortunately, my Gush doesn't do anything for me. Okay. So opponent had all the counters. Well, actually not all the counters, 3 counters. So this is all gone. Fortunately, I can't draw cards. That Narset is quite annoying. Another card, okay. Sure. Sure. Hull breacher. I think I'm pretty much dead now. That turn 1 Narset was quite... Okay. Still draw a Fatal Push. Just Gush here. Oh no, it doesn't work. Oh yes. They just get a treasure. Draw a card, except the first one they draw in each of their draw steps. So it doesn't work with the Hull Breacher. Okay. It doesn't work there, right? In each of their draw steps. Yeah. So I had no outs there. Can't draw cards. I wonder here if the Murktide Regent would be a good card to bring in. This is an alternative win condition. So I should bring this one in, and Steel Sabotage didn't really help me, did it? Bring back like this. So a Brainstorm, a Doomsday, Flusterstorm, or Ritual. Might set up a dark combo next turn then. I don't like where this is going, which is probably a Hull Breacher. So I'm not gonna go for it. Fetch now. Could do Brainstorm in response. So let's fetch here and do a Dark Ritual. Once again, this Flusterstorm. So opponent can just use the Black Lotus. It's worth it. Target. That one. And that one. I'm not sure this is the right play. They will be able to pay. I was just so afraid of that Hull Breacher. And now I'll be able to Brainstorm. Yeah? Storm. So I think I'll just do the... I wonder if I should just put the island on top. Island and Street Raid doesn't really help me, right? Put the Delta here and fetch for C. And hope that I draw into something. Doesn't look good now. Has one Flusterstorm in hand. Demonic 2. Is it a Narset? No. If they haven't played it yet, it's probably some. This is a horrible. Feel my win slipping away. Ancestral. Which is nice. Which is nice. Let's do a Fluster here. Do I do a Dark Ritual? I think I'll do a Dark Ritual and a Fluster. It was probably a wrong play, wasn't it? Why would I do the Dark Ritual now? Could have done it in response. Because now I can just Flusterstorm my Ancestral Recall. Storm 5 and I can't pay for it. Okay. Well, I have one draw out of here. I think my opponent wouldn't be able. They would have cast Fluster. Oh my god, that was horrible. Okay. Let's see with the Tassa's Oracle. Sure, it's a 2-turn kill. Right, I guess it's fine. Like that. My sequencing has not been optimal this game, I have to admit. Oh. Go ahead. Tinker away. Ah. Alright. Opponent got their combo. Here we are for round 2. Now round 3, sorry, of the Tour of Vintage featuring Doomsday. We're playing Slasher. So I'm thinking either combo shops or some sort of white Winnie. Either one is a difficult matchup for me. Unless I can get Doomsday turn 1 like this with a Force of Will backup. That would be pretty nice. So let's keep this 7. Yes, please. Right. Should we put down Underground Sea? Guess it doesn't matter. Island at this point. Black Lotus, Doomsday. Then I want Thassa's. I have card draw already. I want the Black Lotus. And I want... Check what they're doing, actually. With a Git probe. And... Underground Sea, right? Okay. So then we have Thassa at the end. Underground Sea. Then we have Thassa. We have Lotus. And we have Git probe. So Thassa. Oh, sorry. Thassa. This side done. So we have Thassa, Underground Sea, Thassa, Black Lotus, Git probe. Ancestral Recall. Display of Black Lotus. Git probe. An opponent deceived. Very well. So I don't really know what I should be looking for. Slasher 21. Let's see if we have any information from Slasher. Any information from their latest. Oh, they've been playing 8-cast. I wonder if it's 8-cast. Either way, 8-cast is Steel Sabotage in. And probably an Energy Flux. And it's dropping 2 dazes. Although this leaves me open to shops. But since I'm on the draw anyway, daze is less important. And I take away 2 of the slow tutors. Like that. I think that this would be a good bet to cover either shops or 8-cast. But you never know. So I made a judgment call now. This is not excellent, but maybe it's okay. I can do a ponder and everything. And with 6 cards in hand. So they are playing a blue deck. Got a Force of Negation with is excellent. I'll just start with the island and ponder. So we got our Doomsday here, which is good. We got the Energy Flux and the Steel Sabotage. So I'm tempted to just go Energy Flux, Steel Sabotage, Doomsday. But I still need to preordain next turn to find something. So I'll just keep the Steel Sabotage up. What's more important, Steel Sabotage or the Energy Flux? So I'm just trying to think which card I want to keep. So if they actually counter my Doomsday, the Energy Flux is great to have, right? So I will keep the Doomsday up, right? That's for sure. And then maybe Steel Sabotage in my 3rd card. Or no. right now in this step, I would rather have the Steel Sabotage than the Energy Flux. So let's put Energy Flux third. So I can actually get it away with Scalding Tarn and Preordain to try to find an active counterspell. Yes. Right, so I have 7 cards in hand. Actually, my Black Lotus gives me the Force Negation. So here's the Urza. So I have a Steel Sabotage. So let's start playing a Tarn. Fetching Underground Sea. Unfortunately, I don't get away from Mindbreak Trap. So I'm thinking I'll just cast the Black Lotus now. And I have to Dark Ritual into Doomsday. Then I have an active Force Negation. Flusterstorm. Okay, with Force Negation. So... well, I have to counter it here. There's no way around it. Second Flusterstorm. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So opponent now has a Saga. This is not 8 cast with the Underground Sea. Should I just Portent? To see what's going on. I got my Energy Flux back. I will shuffle. Let's go. This is Oracle. Okay. Karn. Okay. At least I have a counter. What is my opponent getting? Soul God Lantern. Okay. So I have Misty. Going. Do a Preordain. Bottom. Bottom. I drew a Flusterstorm. Oof. I think it's fine if they cast the correct. Then opponent is getting. So it'd be nice now with the Demonic Consultation. Opponent got the Black Lotus. Time Walking. So Time Walking here with a Storm Count 1. That's 2. Time Walk now. I could stop the Time Walk now. Right? Because I get Storm Count 2, it copies twice and they have to pay 3 mana. Or else opponent will have a Construct token. I think it's fine, isn't it? Then I have a Steel Sabotage and a Flusterstorm up. So what is opponent getting? Hitting Needle for what? Is this stopping anything? Fetch? I don't know. Street Wraith. Yeah. So it does stop Street Wraith, of course. So now opponent is getting something. Set. Yeah, okay. That was a great draw. Really good draw. Oh. Good thing they failed. I wonder if I should just... I don't have enough lands. Of course, Mycosynth Lattice would be a bummer. This will buy me a couple more turns. Gosh. Fantastic. Oh my god. Okay. But Narset really messed it up. Mox Jet. Okay, so they have 4 mana. Still enough, not enough for Mycosynth Lattice. Oof. Okay. It turn. Well, let's just draw it out. Now it's the Mycosynth Soul Guide Lantern. Okay. That's fine. Well, I have a dig now. Hull Breacher. Okay. Let's do a dig then. 1, 2. Huh. Well, I need my Doomsday, that's for sure. Time Walk. I hope this is enough. So if I drew a land, I could have Doomsday. One of 3 cards in hand. I can't absolutely draw any more cards. A Doomsday will set me to, I think this is 5. That line. 1, 2. The only hope is that this resolves first. Has to resolve. And then I have a Demonic Consultation. Thassa's. The other Thassa. Necroponsis is stopped, so I can't do anything. My artifacts are stopped. I can't do anything there either. I could... So what I want to do is play Thassa and then Demonic Consultation, right? Next turn. Straight away. If that doesn't work, then probably I want to dig through time. Right? Yes. After. And to dig through time, I could use... Couldn't use anything. There's nothing much more to do here, right? And nothing else helps me. Force of Will, of course, but I'll be dead. I can just take a Force of Will just to pretend I have one in hand. And I can take... I don't even know. Steel Sabotage. Okay. So now, Thassa's at the bottom. Thassa at the bottom. Or actually, no. I would like to draw Thassa as my second to last. This is not going to help me at all. This. Force of Will. Thassa. And then Steel Sabotage. Dig through time. Dig, and then Demonic. And I'm at 5 life. Okay. You go then. I get 1 chance. Can't even time walk. Or I can time walk actually. One has a gazillion mana. So it's not really gonna help me here if they have a counter, so I just have to go for it, I think. Opponent is tinkering. Well, I have to let it happen. Citadel, I'm dead, right? Yeah, I'm dead. 10. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Yeah, I'm dead. With a Bolas Citadel. Detection Probe. Sure. I'm dead. Let's go, because I can't let the clock continue. So, was I correct with Energy Flux? I think I was. They have, I think, isn't Opposition Agent okay here? We'll pressure also the Thassas, and we'll prevent them from getting the search. What am I getting out for that? No, I still think this is the way. Could be the Murktide Regent as an additional drop. Not sure the steel sabotage. Burst. So I think this is okay hand. I can demonic tutor for something. Try to see if the demonic tutor comes through. Well, demonic tutor for an ancestral, right? Pass the turn. Okay. Do you have... That's mana. That's it. Mental mist. Let's just do an ancestral on their turn. With a hull breacher. Horrible. I walked right into it. Didn't even think about it. So... I don't know, a Force of Will or something would be nice. I need another land, probably. Doomsday. It's not looking good, no. I'm forced to do a Force. Probably has Fluster here. Mindbreak Trap. Okay. That'll be nice with a big flying bird. I might be jumping the gun too fast on the Doomsday, right? Plan. So now I'm 3 turns to die. Black Lotus is not helping. Thassa's Oracle. Well, it is a blocker. Let's see if it goes in. Oh. Thassa will buy me another turn. Thank you, Thassa, for your great service. So I need the one big dumbfire and my opponent not to have any kind of counter spell. Not what I want to see. I don't think I have any outs here. Steel Sabotage. Welcome for round 4 of a tour of Vintage featuring Doomsday. So we're playing Bergamo, which is a player which likes to play blue decks with counter spells, etc. I'm gonna mulligan this hand because it's not really doing much. And this one though, we have an Ancestral and a Flusterstorm. I'll just keep it. Starts with the Kit Action Probe. Let's do it. This player likes to chat a lot, and I do not like it. So, strong start from this player. They have mana to pay for my days. I should just get this there and not try to Ancestral this turn. So now this is where I should have Ancestraled, but I F6, unfortunately. Getting a tutor. I'm gonna Ancestral. Daze back out. I'm just gonna Daze that mental misstep. Or should I Daze the... Oh, I need the Ancestral. Draw 3 cards. Have a Force of Negation, which I'll use now. Street Wraith. So what do we need now? We need... Basically we need mana to cast our Doomsday. We have a Vamp. I'm not sure what I'm putting on top of the Vamp though. Have something to stop my Doomsday. I did not see a counter spell, so I'm just gonna put the Dark Ritual on top. Put a card, get another Sid, and try to go off with Doomsday. Cycle the Street Raid if I need to find something. Flusterstorm here will make it so that I can't really do anything. This is fine. is it? Darn. Okay. Definitely can't pay for it. That was unfortunate. It's here. Time walk. Sure. Definitely looking for something. I'm able to fluster a PO at least. This looks like a PO. Tinkering. That was a good play. So... well, that's F6. See how this goes. I might have been a bit too aggressive. What did I counter with my force negation? The tutor. Could have kept force negation up. Not entirely sure. There's low chance that they whiff, but I feel that if you play a deck like this, you need to play it through. Doing strong. I might as well. Okay. Still want to see a win condition. A key vault, so my opponent can take turns forever. Oh, here's the tendrils. This is fine. I'll just concede now. Now I saw the win condition. So, definitely bringing the energy flux, the mind break trap. I don't think I do a steel sabotage, do I? Energy flux and mind break trap. The dazes are not very good. Should I bring a Murktide instead of the mystical? Okay. I don't think the Murktide was the right pick though, because it is a combo deck. I think the Murktide was a bad choice here. I mean, even if I cast my Doom, I don't think this is a keep. I have 2 draws, but what am I doing all the time? I'm preordaining. This might be slightly better though. Keep the flux. Maybe clip the flux. I mean, I can vamp turn 1 for Doomsday, and have a mystical up. These hands are really difficult. I do have an energy flux, which is quite back-raking if I can play it for my opponent. Still trying to figure out what they're gonna do. So I can't. They start with 7 cards. I can't preemptively keep my energy flux. I need 2 lands. I think the energy flux goes to the bottom. Unfortunately. And I play this. And then I can do an Enotrem vamp. Or I can just let it be, I think. Go for it. And what? Why not? I only have a mystical dispute though. I don't think this is gonna resolve. Maybe it's some card filtering, card draw. And I'm drawing a lot of mana. Opponent left 3 blue up, 4 blue up. Do they have another PO? Because if they do, this game is... gosh, interesting. No, that's for sure. It's Will. Yeah. I've had pretty bad draws these last few games. I'll just have 6 because a bit tired. Other PO. Top. 3 POs. See 3 POs. I'm not gonna stay for this slugfest. This is round 5 and final round for Tour of Vintage playing Doomsday. So far, not going great my side. Mostly due to bad play. Nothing against the deck, it's pretty powerful. But we're playing against Operation LOL. This sounds promising. So, what we have here? We're on the draw. So the days is not as interesting. Opponent is playing Giganta. So it's probably a Shops deck. If the Shops deck drops a sphere on me, I'm pretty messed up. So I wonder if I should just mulligan to try to find something else. A force. The chance of mulligan to a force are pretty slim though. So Giganta in Vintage, it's Prison Shops. So it's likely that they have a Chalice or something similar. I just have to mulligan this, right? Yeah, got my Force of Will. I think I have to get rid of Doomsday. 1, 2, 3. And then hope that a preordain is gonna save me. So where's the Saga? Okay. And that was it. Now I have a Daze. Ain't that mighty fine. I'm gonna lead just with an island. Actually, I'm gonna get broke. We have here. We have Thought Monitor and K Clan Ironworks. Sapphire and Preordain. That right? Addict through time and a Tarn. And pass the turn. So if they play a Thought Monitor, can I daze it? I'm not sure, I don't think so. I play the Tomb, right? And the Sapphire. Okay. I do need to force it. Can this get in? It has to, right? Counter the Thought Monitor. So now I have 4, 5, 6, 7. Exactly 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm missing one. It's 8. Okay, never mind. I need to use my Force of Will to do a dig. They're drawing a card. And making a little. So they do put a thing needle on the Sapphire. That is nasty for me. Might have been too aggressive on my Mishras. So they have Thought Monitor plus Unknown. Okay. So this I counter. And then I do a dig. Arn, Mystic Forge. It's gonna have to happen, right? They already played a land. I feel like I just have to run this now and see what are my outs. So what is this gonna help me? Thassa's Oracle and the Force of Will. 5/5 beater, right? Oh, I feel that my outs are the Thassa's Oracle plus Street Wraith. But they're just gonna keep digging through stuff. So if I do Force of Will now, I can't win, right? So I need Thassa's Oracle and Street Wraith and hope to cycle into this. So I'm getting lulled here by Operation Wall, that's for sure. They have a top. Okay, they can keep casting using the top. It's a little bit like... So this is not great. Maybe I should have countered it. It's not my out though. Exile the Spine. Okay. Okay. That's not bad. Let's see it preordain. Alright. Let's put this on the bottom. Draw. I need to do this or else I'll die. Oh, beautiful. I couldn't have asked for a better card to draw. Oof. Alright, that was close. Yeah, so I had to play my outs, right? I couldn't just force the Stupid forge. So anti-artifact, fatal push, no. Definitely these. Definitely these. Then the usual, the daisies go, and the mystical tutor. Mystical dispute also goes. I wonder if I should bring in then the fatal push. So it's not a bad hand. Scrap Thrower. This is their combo, but I'm not really pressured to do anything such here. I counter the play that makes the most impact. This and pass. So I still have a Force of Will up. I have a Demonic Tutor for an Ancestral. Third Troller. A Thought Monitor. I think this is still fine. My goal is to go also. Sure. And the Wellspring. Sure. Go ahead. Question is, can I win now? Good with that. Ritual? Excuse me. Ritual be great. Brainstorm. Should I just tutor? Just tutor for Ancestral? What do you think? If I do Brainstorm and I find I have a Thassa's Oracle. Okay, okay, I win now. Okay, because did I already play a land? Let me think. I played Flooded Strand, so the land can go down out to here. He can go out of here, and the Demonic Tutor. Okay, and I play a Lotus, and I cast Doomsday. Right, then I have the Lotus. I have the other Oracle. I can have even an Ancestral Recall. That's my third spell. So this is the combo. And then I can do Git Probe Thassa's. That's the last one. And we do want to draw into Ancestral, Lotus, and I don't need the Thassa, right? Ancestral, Lotus, Fluster, and then get Ancestral. Okay, so Thassa's Oracle, Get Action Probe, Luster Storm, Lotus, Ancestral. Ancestral. This. Play Lotus. See what's going on. Okay. The game has ended. So let's bring back up the collection. As you saw, it's an extremely powerful deck. I was able to basically win games out of nowhere with a combo. Everyone is prepared against it, and I feel that all the blue decks I played against had game against Doomsday. I think it's an incredible difficult game to play, not just because you have to know intrinsically your lines, but also the lines from the opponent. And you have to kind of guess what the opponent is representing, and then choose your piles from there. So I definitely punted immensely, especially in the 3 games that I lost. I'm still not completely sure about how to sideboard effectively. I have to think a lot. Although I'm getting a little bit faster making the piles than I did a while back. Never got to use necropotence. The opponents are using street rate a lot on the pithing needle, so they do know that this is probably a good line. But other than that, I think it's an incredible deck and really rewarding to play. It feels a little bit bad sometimes where you just like, okay, I'm trying to combo off, and then you just get stopped, and then you can't get back from that, right? Unless you just get an ancestral off the top or something similar to get you back in the game. So it felt a lot of times that I just maybe went a bit too fast on the Doomsday. I did get some tips from Revenant Kyoko, a great streamer. You guys should check him out as well. That, should I cast Doomsday? And the answer is usually yes. If you have some sort of backup. And most of the times I've had one card backup, right, as counterspell. But the opponent had 2 counterspells, and so they won the counter war or something similar. So, thanks a lot for watching. I hope this was useful and gave you some idea how the deck plays. I hope I explained my lines well enough, and I hope I didn't do too many mistakes, but you guys just point them out in the chat if you think it's important. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to see